I look fucking... I should have shaved. You probably have a very good phone camera too. See all my pubic, non-shaved hairs. Do I have to introduce myself or anything, or? When I was doing my research into St. Mary's, I knew I was going to be coming here, and I played baseball in high school. I played on the varsity team over at Sacred Heart Cathedral. Knew I wasn't good enough to play D1 though, but I knew I was good enough to where I wasn't ready to quit playing yet. I still was having a lot of fun playing it. So I just looked into it upon coming to St. Mary's and saw that they had a club program. Thought it'd be pretty interesting and I'd give it a shot. So the transition from organized sports to club sports was different. I'd say I played largely organized sport my entire life. So I'm used to having coaches. You know, you have to be at every practice, you have to have high intensity at games, you gotta be focused. And coming over to the club team, that's still there to an extent, but certainly not to the same level. I'd say there's definitely more of an emphasis on having fun, a way to just hang out with the guys. So it was definitely interesting returning from the pandemic and becoming president of the club, especially since we were coming off the year before having not played at all. So I showed up to the first day of practice, you know, as the president, not knowing how many guys would show up, if any of the returning guys would be there, what even the season this year was going to look like, just because things during the pandemic, COVID-wise, were still pretty uncertain upon returning. But I definitely worked hard. I wanted to really get us back on the field. As a senior, I knew it was going to be my final season, and I certainly wanted to play, so I was going to do everything in my power to get our team on the field. There's a lot of highlights for me, but I'd say the highlight was definitely the Vegas trip for me. Just getting out there for 3 days with all the guys and getting to experience Vegas and playing games was just a super fun trip to experience as a collective, and I think that brought the team closer together. The team, outside of practice and games, never really had done anything as a whole group like that together. And just to do that, the camaraderie that all the guys seem to have, I know it's a lot stronger than a lot of the other club teams over here at St. Mary's, so it was just great to be able to do that with all the guys. And those are memories that are going to last the rest of our lives, so it was definitely a fun trip and one that we'll all remember for a long time to come.